want you to talk with your group mates, quickly review what you know is a primary source. A primary source is, that will be your sentence starter. We do a lot of work with primary sources and secondary sources. The students usually do a really good job of being able to identify it.
Primary source is something that is back
Something that comes from that time period.
Could you write a story that happened about you from your life last summer on a trip that you took? Would that be a primary source?
Yeah.
Yes, that would. So you don't have to necessarily write it that day it happened, correct? Primary sources provide first-hand testimony or direct evidence concerning a topic under investigation. What does that mean, first-hand? First-hand. Katrina?
It was written by somebody that was there.
Written by somebody who was there. Perfect. They are created by witnesses, somebody that was there, or recorders who experience the events or conditions being documented.
A primary source is a real fact like the newspaper articles in the book.
Okay, so everybody open up your book. My class was given the opportunity to pilot a book written by Monica Edinger. It's called Africa is My Home, A Child of the Amistad. We were given 5 copies of the book. This is not published yet. The students were very excited to give feedback to the author via our class blog. So almost nightly after we finished our lesson, each group posted on the blog a different, I usually gave them about 3 different choices of what they could post about.
We enjoyed the strong words because the author used the strong words to describe the emotion. Our group thought that you should add pronunciation so we can learn how to pronounce the words.
It is unfair that Sinkwe is on trial because he was taken from his homeland by force. Also, he had to try to help his friends get away and get back to Africa.
The author, Monica, was able to reply back on our blog and talk to them, thank them for their feedback and their input. And then today we were able to fully have a Skype call with her. She's teaching in New York City and we are in Rancho Cordova.
And at the time I went to an exhibit about the Amistad. And I only knew that there were men on the Amistad, and I learned that there were 4 children on the Amistad. And then I became very obsessed about learning about those children and telling their story.
Getting to actually meet the author of the book I was reading, it was very cool to get to know the author, and she told us some stuff on like how she learned how to make the book, and it was really cool that we actually got to meet her.
I went back to Sierra Leone a couple of years ago. This is a calabash, which I think is mentioned in the story a couple times. She talks about women carrying water with the calabash on their head. This is a small calabash, and it's actually a squash that's cleared out. And they use these. I couldn't bring back a really big one. It's very much, this is used all the time still today in Sierra Leone to carry things.
Was it fun researching?
I love doing research. Research is much more fun than writing. I don't know if you feel that way, but I spent many years doing research. I found all kinds of things I couldn't use. And I first started to write it as a true story, nonfiction. Then it became fictionalized. I finally decided to put it into what's called the first person because that made her closer. I could give more of a feeling about her than I could when I was telling about it nonfiction.
And for a 4th or a 5th grader, they sometimes feel like they aren't heard a lot, but they were specifically asked, how did you feel? How'd this part go? What would you do next? And they were given this amazing opportunity to really take what they think and beyond our classroom. Our whole class wanted to say a big thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye.